Hello everyone, welcome along to our little show called At Odds, all thanks to Unibet. I'm Russell Barwick and these guys are the stars of the show, Mark Waugh, Shane Hill, Brian Fletcher. This is week number 2. Bit of pressure on after last week, Junior. How's it been?
What's pressure? Very good week, Russ. Couple of winners. My wife tipped, we had Gotham win on Saturday. I tipped a winner, so all good.
All good. And Shane, the two best teams are in the finals of the NBL. It's the way it should be.
Well, they certainly are. It's going to be an unbelievable grand final series. But how's these blokes on fire? Week 1, I was very excited.
We'll get to that very shortly because Brian Fletcher, another week in the NRL, another disaster, which begs the question: have you ever been caught in a lewd video?
Actually, I have. There was a lewd video of me going around.
Who with?
Well, no, just myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether that was considered for
Did
public.
you put it out?
I put it out.
Yeah.
Got to stay relevant.
Okay.
Plenty coming up on the show, including all of our wins from last week and some of the losses, plus what we think of this week in the world of sport. It's At Odds, all thanks to Unibet with Junior, Fletch and Hammer. And this is normally the time of the week that we boast about our winnings from last week. But personally, I think that's a bit lowbrow and a bit beyond us. So we're going to just move beyond that and talk about what is happening in the world of...
Come on, no, we're not. We want the scoreboard.
We don't need the scoreboard.
We need a donut in front of you.
We do. We need a bit more information than that.
Just a chance for you blokes to pump up your own tyres, whatever. Let's have a look at the scoreboard from last week. On top of the ladder, Mark Junior Waugh. Harms won at Randwick, race 1. Got yourself $425 back.
Good pick, that one.
Did
Blake Shin, beautiful ride.
Not too bad. So $325 in the kitty for Junior. Brian Fletcher running second after a big win and almost a double up with Ricky Fowler at
Keith
Hall.
Mitchell. I'm never going to forget that Keith Mitchell. 20-foot putt, saved the playoff.
That would have won you about $1,000 as well.
I
Either
think
way.
I think it would have 1,800.
He should have birdied the last
Altogether.
though, Fletch, Ricky Fowler. Par 5.
Yeah, I know.
down 2.
He did well though. Birdie the last 4
And
holes.
Shane Hill, you went with your old faithful, the basketball
Hammer.
double header, and that one got yourself 300 less, your 50 on Longleaf, which wasn't a bad run, 250 in the tin. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, $3. I thought I was being a little bit outlandish from a slam dunk, but these guys have just powered home. But it's a long race, we know that, Russ.
We certainly do. Don't worry about the bloke running 4th in the field of 4 at this particular stage. And don't forget, all of our good things and our Hail Marys are on the website, and we fatten up the odds on unibet.com.au so you can have a little flutter yourself. This is At Odds, thanks to unibet.com.au. Hope you're enjoying your show. Time to go around the grounds, look at the wide world of sports and get the boys' opinions on what is happening. Racing was a big weekend last week with Winks doing the honours. She's an absolute star. I hope you took the tip and copped the $1.18.
Had 200,000 on here.
This weekend, it's not a Winks weekend, but there's some big races.
Well, the Autumn Sun, Randwick Innings, $1, it'd be odds on Autumn Sun. It
$1.70.
will win, won't it? It
Oh, yeah.
will win the Autumn Sun. It's got an improvement in it from its first up run, so I like it.
And in Melbourne, you've got the Australian Cup, you've got the Newmarket. You're a Victorian, Shane. You know, it's a big weekend of racing ahead of the Grand Prix.
Well, it is, and nice social event, no doubt about that. But what about Happy Clapper? It's like, I call him Scott Pippen of racing.
Yeah.
Would have been a superstar if Winks and Michael Jordan weren't involved, but another second.
$6 million he's won in his entire career, Happy Clapper. You tipped a winner last week.
I did.
Are you going to back it up with a tip in the Randwick Guineas or anything this week?
I'm with Junior Autumn Sun.
The Autumn Sun is unbeaten.
Unbeatable.
And
That
Same
Newmarket handicap down the straight is like the Everest. That is a great race.
23
Osborne
horses.
Bulls. Go Osborne Bulls. Love him.
Tight odds, but all of those odds at unibet.com.au, and of course you can get the Unibet specials as well. Now let's look at the basketball. Melbourne and Perth, predicted by you. Low scoring, high scoring final series.
A little tough to be able to choose on that. The good thing about Melbourne United, they can play both styles. They're the best defensive team in the league, but they've got so many avenues to bucket and guys that can step up and make big threes. So I'm more predicting that Melbourne are going to go over there in front of 13,000 people and just pop Perth right in the chin to be able to start proceedings.
Is it going to go the 3, or do you think it's going to be another sweep like we had in the 2 semis?
No, I don't think so. I think this is going to be a much tighter series, no doubt about that. Perth are a great team. 9 of the last 10 championships have come from teams with home court advantage. So they're expected to be able to win. I'm tipping an upset. Great team, but I still think they're missing one player, the Perth Wildcats. When it gets tight, Melbourne are going to be able to step up with too much arsenal.
And boys, along the board, Andrew Gay's no more the coach. Would you like to see him
I love
coach
him.
the Boomers at
I
one
love
stage?
watching
No,
him.
no
I love
disrespect to
watching him at
Andre.
halftime. Was he like that when you played with him?
No, I roomed with him for 3 of the 4 Olympics I went to, and I was like,
Jeez.
did my head in. He's
Does
a
he ever
dirty
relax?
roommate.
Yeah.
Dirty roommate.
Is he
Terrible.
asleep
Is he?
much?
Be no lack
yeah,
of
he just keeps going. And
Greece in 2000 in that room, would there, between you and Gay? He'd be everywhere.
Yep, no, good fun.
Big 6 months happening in the world of cricket. Australia have lost a couple of the one days. I don't think there's too much concern. Should have won the second one day match. Are we starting to get serious about cricket all of a sudden?
Well, the World Cup's not far away, Russ,
No.
so we need to pick our 15-man squad for that. Of course, Warner and Smith are
What's
only
D-Day
weeks
for
away.
that? What's
Only weeks
D-Day?
away. Well, they'll come back into the fold the end of March. They'll probably play maybe in the IPL, some warm-up games maybe against Pakistan, the Aussies, but we need them back in the team. It's going to be interesting to see how they actually come back into the fold, because it's not easy to be out for that long then come straight back into form. But our team is hanging in there. We went close against India in the first 2 one-days. There's 3 left in this series, which I think if we can win one of them, that'll give us a bit more confidence going forward.
Are you excited about the World Cup, the Ashes?
Ashes. I was going to ask about Marcus Stoinis. Would he make the Ashes squad? Would you
Big
pick
boy,
him?
isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's good.
Yeah, he'll be in the Ashes squad, yeah, all-rounder.
As an
He's
all-rounder.
probably taken Mitch Marsh's spot in both the squads, one days and test matches, so he'll be there for sure.
Good hair too.
The biggest
What about the
story
chest? Bigger chest
in
than you.
the world of rugby league, unfortunately, has been another shocking one involving a player that has been stood down by the Penrith Rugby League Club for releasing a video that he certainly shouldn't have. And also, the second biggest story is about the 10-team final series, which is being mooted for 2020.
Well, the NRL have come up with some ordinary ideas. I think this is at number 1. Like 16 teams. If you're not good enough to make the top 8 out of 16 for the semi-finals, you don't deserve to be there.
They're saying it's avoiding dead rubbers late in the season.
I understand that.
Or dead game.
The season does get a bit too long, but the 2 teams, if we go down to those 2 bottom teams, like 8 teams and then the other 2 to make the 10, there's a chance they could lose more games than they've won, and they're going to get rewarded with a
I
semi-final.
like it. Gives the Bulldogs a chance of making the semis. I like it.
We don't go down to 15.
Bulldogs, Tigers, Canberra Raiders and the Warriors are all of a
the
sudden
top 10
But
junior.
it
morals.
fits back into society, doesn't it? Because now we don't want winners and losers like during school. Just give everyone a ribbon
trophy.
for, you don't want to win or lose. Just give everyone a ribbon for having a go. You might as well do that. Why not put all 16 in?
There was a question that was posed that have they done this to try and diffuse the other more negative
Probably.
headlines that have been going around?
Probably.
Michael?
Actually, what's been negative so far? What have we done wrong? Oh, yes.
In AFL, they're building up to the start of their season. A lot of talk about how Carlton will improve. Of course, they've got Sam Walsh, the new number 1 draft pick, but I would caution people about that in the last 10 years, the number 1 draft picks, only one has been a part of a grand final winning side, Tom Boyd, for the Western Bulldogs. So it doesn't always guarantee success.
Yeah, well, obviously the lower teams aren't going to improve very quickly, are they? But they're talking about this draft being the best draft since 2001. They reckon the depth in this and the quality coming through is unbelievable. And it's a great thing for AFL. Now, rookies, they get 90 grand to be able to play as a rookie, jump in. And it goes out to up to 200,000 for their first 2 years for a teenager to be able to go to AFL. So they're recruiting a lot of kids. One of the kids drafted was a cricket guy.
Jordan
Yeah,
Clark.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-Australian under-16s player now with Geelong.
So more money.
Would
in
that be a
AFL?
money thing?
Well, I mean, look, cricket's getting pretty big with the T20s around the world, so there's good money there. So I don't think it would have been money.
And of course, the cricketing career of a player goes for longer than an AFL player. There's chances.
Depends how good you are.
Well, it's a very
If you're
good
a good
point.
player, it does, yeah.
If there was a betting scenario, are you thinking that Carlton can improve? I mean, you and I are the AFL experts on the panel, but I think they'll struggle. Purely, this kid's 670 kilos, so he needs to put on a bit of beef for starters.
I think they have to improve. I think they have to, just because they've been so bad in the past,
Yeah.
and their younger guys are starting to get a little bit.
Who's the big
Carlton.
improver in the AFL?
Well, I think Richmond are going to be the big improver just because they dropped right at that prelim final last year. I think they'll win it.
And one final one, Nick Kyrgios won a tournament. Is he going to back it up?
I thought he was good. I mean, considering he had 3 match points against, he did go down with a bit of a crook stomach, but to fight his way back, we haven't seen that from Nick for forever, really.
It's just so
I
hard to
haven't
read. isn't it?
seen you do research like that forever
I know.
either.
Well, I
Who
mean,
told you
I
that?
made a bet.
It's just so hard to read, isn't he?
He's a $16 chance to win at Indian Wells. Roger Federer's about $6, and the Joker back after a decent crack at the slopes and a bit of good time after his Australian Open win is an even money pop. All of those odds and all of the rest of the world of sport available online, unibet.com.au. Time for the shot clock, where we give the boys some odds. They say yes or no, back or lay, and it's all about all sports. So your opinion starts very, very shortly. 60 seconds on the clock. First up, the Godolphin Double, Australian Cup Newmarket. Are you saying yay or nay?
Like them both. Back.
No.
Don't think that Avilius or Osborne Bulls will win them both. Shootout in the NBL, 167.5 is the over-under.
No confidence, but I'm going to still back it.
I'm with the hammer here.
Lay for me.
Glenn Maxwell is $13 to be top scorer in the next one-dayer.
No, I like Virat Kohli, so that's a lay.
FedEx to win the Indian Wells tennis tournament. He is $6. He's off the back of another win.
No.
Federer, yep.
Too old.
Love him.
Back in.
Too old. He won
Champion.
last week.
Too old.
They've won one and lost one. So are you taking $1.35 the Tars to beat the Reds?
Any team playing against Queensland, I'm backing.
Oh, yeah, I'll back them too.
Bad odds, a bad team. In the last 4 times they've played, 3 or more goals have been scored between Man U and Arsenal. So over 2.5. Yes or no?
Yeah, back in that. Goal fest.
Okay, another gold fest. And she's $51 to be the next Bachelorette. So Fletch, are you laying Sorrel?
Are we talking gambling here?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, that's a
No,
lay.
me neither. This is At Odds, thanks to Unibet. Don't forget all of the odds that the fellas talk about on the website, unibet.com.au. Time for the Hail Marys. Last week, we went very close. Got a lot of our slam dunks, and the boys turned a profit. Mark Waugh certainly got over the line with his Hail Mary. How are they going to go this week? Let's wait and see. Junior?
Okay, I'm going with soccer theme this weekend. So the Western Sydney Wanderers to beat the Brisbane Roar and the Central Coast Mariners, my boys, to beat the Wellington Phoenix.
Your boys, when was the last game you saw?
They've
Live.
they've won one game this year, I know that. But that's the double, both to win, both to win.
Shane Hill going with the stock standard basketball.
Yeah, 7-team multi. Check that out.
that all?
17
In the
multi.
NBA?
Oh, mate, you better stick to racing.
All
I'm
right.
telling you, because I'm coming after you. Check out the odds, get that inflated. And we've got a few Aussies playing. So we've got the Jazz, we've got Philly, and we've also got the Spurs.
Okay, look forward to that one. And Brian.
I'm going the Prophet's Thumb.
What is it, a horse?
It's a horse, 5-ball stakes, race 9 out at Randwick. Get on.
And the odds around the $20 mark. So good stuff there. And don't forget,
I think it was 18, but
we juice it up on
Wow.
the website,
20.
unibet.com.au. For what it's worth, I like Ireland to knock off Afghanistan and the cricket, all up Australia. Big odds, 2
Stuff
teams.
for us, I like it.
Probably got
Where
no
they
chance.
playing that at, Ras?
What's that?
Where's that game at?
I'll get back to you shortly
Right,
on that
thought
one.
so.
So, and we'll update the score next week on At Odds. This is At Odds, all thanks to Unibet, Mark Waugh, Shane Heel, Brian Fletcher. Now, we've already seen the Hail Mary, but the flip side to that is the slam dunk, the absolute certainty of the weekend, the Winks, which of course I tipped last week and got the chocolates. $100 of the hard-earned marketing budget of Unibet going towards each of our good things of the week.
Okay, me to go first again. I'm
Why
going
not?
very
Open it.
early. Royal Randwick on Saturday. Number 1, Sprite. Good thing. Well graded, down in class, will win.
Yeah, should have won last
That's
start, but
confidence
anyway.
Gee whiz.
Shane Heel, I suspect again a basketball multi.
Yeah, a
or
little
basketball
bit.
bet.
No multi. We're just going to go straight for Melbourne United to plus 2.5 in Perth, game 1. And unlucky, they've lost their 2 games this year in Perth, but they were very unlucky. I reckon I'll get it done.
Brian,
Yes.
what about your
Russell.
slam dunk?
I'm going for the Everest champion Red Zell. She's back in the challenge stakes.
$1.70.
Well,
short.
actually, it is short, but Jules, our boss, who I can see over there, he's nodding, even money for all our
Even money.
Unibet parties. There we go.
Even money. on
Even
you.
money, $2.
Good negotiating, I like
I'm also
that.
going the shorties, also going the racing. Avilius looks a good thing in the Australian Cup, and the Autumn Sun and the Randwick Guineas.
Yeah,
So
like
take
that.
the multi, it's around about $3.30, but it'll get boosted on unibet.com.au. Time to wrap it up with At Odds, Junior, Fletch and Hammer. And boys, just quickly, what are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Silly question. I've got the NBL Grand Final.
Me
Bring
too.
it on,
Yeah,
Friday,
of course.
Sunday.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm looking forward to? Not having the NRL player on the front page.
Yeah,
Good.
no chance of that not happening in
And
the next
then
couple of days. What about you?
finally, I'm looking for the last couple of one days in India. I want to see the Australians start to step up and some of those players are playing for their spot in this World Cup. Aaron Finch, he needs some runs. Needs some runs from Finchy.
Okay, it's been a great show. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget all of the odds that the boys talk about, plus everything in the world of sport and racing, unibet.com.au. And the team from Ad Odds will see you next week.